So
Hello, everyone.
yay! And apparently, and apparently they have automatic update on. So they've just gotten pulled out to have their YouTube updated. So the Overlord will be back in a moment. But for now, it is Harry, Hob the Poet, and myself from the Breath of Daydreams, and we are here for say it.
For reading some live poetry in that. For the
For the
Society of
society.
Secretly Perfect Poets.
Thank you. He purrs
I
much
said it
better than
right
I
the
do.
first
You
time as
did. That's why
well.
I had you do it. That's why I had you do it because I was like, I'll
See,
get it wrong.
the proper poets secret. Yeah, something.
Something like that. The society of somewhat messed up and confused poets who think they're cats.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
That's it. All the kitties. Well, somebody's coming in and leaving. Oh, there they are.
No waiting room.
Well, you shouldn't
What's
have
that mean?
automatic updates on, Overlord. You set the time when things update. Be the boss.
Oh, so maybe it's something to do with them being in the room before we start the live that creates that
Yeah.
delay, because there seems to be no delay now, or no timestamp problem anyway.
Well, no, they like it when they're able to be in the room before because then if they end up with the delay, they can scroll and it'll give the time up at the top. But since they wasn't in the room because they got kicked out,
Oh,
they don't see the time at the top. So they have to pay more attention. And if they get a delay, it's all messed up.
yeah, having to
Second
pay
delay.
attention
Oh.
sucks.
Hi, Ash. Hope you're having a
Hey,
good
Ash,
day. We hope the Overlord's having a good day. How are you doing today, Harry?
having a great day. It only rained a little bit today, so it's pretty good.
Well, that's good. Speaking of, what is lion's head casserole?
Oh, it's just like some fancy word for some kind of pork meatball. It sounded so much more dramatic than it actually was.
That does
Just like
sound so
some
much more dramatic.
meatballs with spinach or something. Yeah, it was good.
Not what I was expecting at all.
No, me
Hi,
neither.
Tommy. Yeah, you said that, and I was like, oh, that must be a really meaty, like a meaty version of a shepherd's pie. Well, shepherd's pie are really meaty, but like,
Yeah, to put that in context for everyone that just just carried on a conversation halfway through when we had started before the live, because I had
yes,
casserole of lion's head for dinner. So there's that.
yes. And so, whew, Overlord says it is a Society Sunday, so it is a great day, everyone. That's right. It is a
Exactly.
great day.
How could it not
How
be a
could it
bad
not
day?
be when it's a
How
Society
could it not be a
Sunday?
good day? Hmm.
And so for today's Society Sunday,
Hi, Tommy.
we are going to be reading um, haiku-ish.
That's the one. Haiku. Yeah, we're reading.
Haiku-ish.
There was. I mean, it's been a hot topic for the last couple of days.
It has
We've
been.
done a lot of back and forth about haiku and tanka and senru and all of our different variations of
Oohs,
understanding of the
kangaroos,
theme of the form. Yeah, in insta coos. I think we're
insta-coos, hello coos, everything coos. We've come to
yeah.
the determination that if we ever do anything coup again, it's going to be a society coup.
That sounds good.
Um, but
Because
so
it's really difficult to find a consistent, unless you're really delving in and proper researching the form. Just to go on Google and stuff is really tricky to find a consistent um, like form rules for haiku and tanka. There's so many sort of interpretations of it.
and when you go in and go for historical, none of them fit.
No,
Nothing
but then that's
fits.
probably the nature of just the language
Just
clash as
like,
well, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's the language clash. So this is what we've come up with. Yes, yes, there's Tommy Coos in there as well.
Yeah.
And so this is what we've come up with. The Overlord and myself completely removed ourselves from the running because co-founders and all that, so we don't count. Um, and so after multiple discussions on the subject, it was decided that the top 5 would be chosen as the haikus that had a nature element running throughout without veering off course. So we went by, you had to have the correct syllable count, you had to use the true nature theme, and you had to provide a caraju. I'm going to say that wrong, aren't I? It's been a long time
Probably.
since I've
I
had
don't even know
Japanese
what that
class.
is that a
You ha-
cutting word?
yes, you have to provide a cutting piece that creates a change in the read. Um, Japanese true haikus are explained to have 2 descriptions of nature and typically of movement in contrast of each other. So this is how we made our choices today. And this is loosey-goosey explanation. Uh, Overlord says yes, the translations to explain lose their meaning. And then when it comes to the tanka, that was a whole other world of funness. So um, I believe that when they were picked, let's be real. Angelique said, "I want no part of this," and backed out and crawled under the bed and said, "No," because I was like, "Nobody gets a ticket. Everybody failed. We all failed," because dramatic much. Um,
hmm
and hi, Ghost. Hi, Casper. I hope
Hey,
you're having a
Casper.
good day. And the Overlord was like, "No, that's a bit dramatic. We shouldn't have everybody fail." I suppose giving out, I'm always on board to give out gold tickets because it's more gold tickets. So everybody who
We
did
just
a
let them
taco,
rain.
we just let it rain. We were like, you know what? It's everybody fails or everybody gets a ticket. The Overlord couldn't go under the bed because there was no room. That's right. Hi, Ken Money. So
Hey, come
if
on.
you did the Tonka, if you tried to do a Tonka, you're getting a gold ticket. And if you tried to write a haiku, you're getting accepted for the prompt. And that's a new kitty. Everybody say hello to Kenmani. Kenmani, come and watch the video and submitted a poem and said, "I want to be a kitty." And we said, "Oh, we want you to be a kitty." So we have a new member. Yay!
Excellent.
Brilliant poet, one of our top 5. So that's what
Welcome.
Harry and I
Yeah,
are
I
reading
think I've been
today.
following for a little while. So yeah, it's nice to have you here.
You are very welcome, Kenmani. And so what we're going to be doing is reading the top 5 and explaining what the prompt is. So to start out, I'm going to just let everybody know right up front, since tomorrow is a solar eclipse, and since yours truly is right in the very dead center of the path of totality, we're
Path of
reading tomorrow's.
totality.
That's what it's
So
called. We're
dramatic. So dramatic.
I didn't make the name up. We're reading the prompts from tonight tomorrow because oh yeah, even though you don't know what it is yet, they're going along with the solar eclipse. Ooh, spoilers. Spoilers. But what you need to know is that means you're going to have your prompt written by 3 p.m., turned in by 3 p.m. tomorrow. So if you are part of the society, that means get it in the right chat by 3 p.m. tomorrow if you want to do it. If you are not part of the society, that means DM on Instagram, Society Secret Perfect Poets, your poem. And you'll get more rules as the live continues in the next hour. But for now, we are going to read our top 5 favorite. We're going to read the Overlord's top 5 favorite picks. Yay!
Yeah,
Of
I didn't have any part in choosing these. That's why I am on the I'm on the top 5.
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't just
He didn't
decide
pick
that I would
himself.
that.
No. But I I agree with what they chose under the parameters of what they chose. So I agree with that.
Cool.
So shall we read some poetry? And
Yeah.
congratulations to everybody who won and thank you. Actually, I'm very impressed with everybody. How many people tried and how many people went went for it. We had a lot of people go for it, and I think that's amazing. And I think when it
Yeah.
comes to things like this, it takes courage to step forward and do something different. And there were many people who wrote in and had the wrong syllable counts and had the wrong all sorts of things. And whenever we expressed it to them, most of them said, "Okay, I'll go change." And so that's cool too. I like that when people are, willing to learn and willing to
Yeah,
try new things. It's a
definitely.
cool thing.
And some
Um,
really nice pieces, regardless of how you think
oh yeah,
haiku or tanka should be written. They're all great
yeah.
pieces.
All the
It's
poems are great poems. Absolutely, they're beautiful poems. They just may not fit in that definition. And the Overlord says this is a one-off, as we usually have a week to submit. Yes, this is a one-off. And they say everyone was so good about revising. I was very impressed. Yes. And Casper says has been getting very lazy because everything is more complicated now. Well, that's
although it seems I have to
eh,
say that's what I thought to begin with. But if you just pay attention to the society page, there are several other prompts that run throughout the week which count
yes,
towards you doing one prompt a month. And there are more ones that are way more simple, like the secret ones are special because you either get into the society or you get an extra, you get
you
extra
get
if you do the
perks.
secret prompts. You get perks. But there's like
Yes.
several other prompts running throughout the week that are a lot simpler, that,
And even
that
though
you can fit around your schedule. Or yeah.
it may seem more complicated, but it's actually gotten a lot easier because it's being done in an hour. And also the prompts are going, you have them on the announcement page, but they're literally on the board for you to see. If you go to the Instagram page, the wall, we figured out how we can make it where only the society members see the society prompts. And so they're there. All you got to do is click on it and you have all the information right there. Um, yes, touch me. I don't know what that means.
That's I'm
And
pretty I'm pretty sure that's a Call of Duty Zombies reference.
Uh, well, the kitty treats don't count towards the one a month, though. Just we wrote that in the rules on them, and just to be clear, the kitty treats that's just for because we had people going, "Do you have a prompt I can write to? I'm bored," and that's just for your own boredom. We're going to post them. We're going to read them on a live once we have a few to read. We'll read them once or twice a month, unless just a whole bunch of people start writing to them. But they don't count towards the one minimum. That's an extra thing to get into the one minimum. It'll be either karaoke when that goes up, or the secret prompts, or the Mission Impossible, or the classroom that'll be starting right back up. That's the only thing that
The
counts
class
towards
the
the one.
classroom one is a really good one if you're struggling with, fitting prompts and words and lines in, because you're just writing to a form usually, aren't you? Do you usually put
Classrooms
a
always
theme or
form.
anything? It's usually just
Nope.
the form, which means you're free to work any kind of theme, any kind of work, as long as you stick with
Stick to the
so
form.
there's a nice variations on challenges. They're all challenging in their own right, but you might find at the time an easier, one may be easier to write to, depending on how you're
Yes.
feeling.
Yes. Well, stick around this hour and you will get these tonight, Casper. And I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. So, shall we get started? We're 14 minutes in and haven't read a single poem.
Okay, let's
So,
give it a go.
we're going to start with our new kitty cat, Kenmani Corral. Kenmani
Mm.
underscore Corral.
Which is
Um,
a really awesome looking kitty as well.
oh, right.
Yeah,
Isn't her
the
kitty
costume is great.
beautiful? She wanted a
Outfit's really
beautiful
nice.
red sari. So, that is what she got. Um, but I don't remember if we said you're doing haiku or tanka. Which did we say you're doing?
You do the haiku and I'll do the tanka.
All right. So this is Kenmani underscore Corral, and these are the spring sensations. Oh, I should say before I start, oops, to qualify for the prompt, people were supposed to write a haiku to using the following words. They had to use, and they were supposed to put each word in a single haiku. So Calia, Bryony, Anemone, Ambretta, and Ambrosia. And if they wanted, the pretty purr kitty. I forgot the last word. I forgot that because I got kitty treats on my mind, but it is not kitty treat. It is a kitty something else.
I can't even
Anyway,
remember what you call it.
uh, they had to use the word cherry blossoms as well, and Kanmani did. Kanmani used all of them. You're welcome, Kanmani. So we're starting off with hers, and her haiku set of haiku go a little something like this. Seasonal greetings, ripe ambrosia blooms, perfumes from hibernation. Nature's resilience, anemone arrival, inert soul's rebirth. Felix. Headphones. Somebody tried to call me. Helix intertwines, Bryony vine creeping, touch, twisting tendrils climb. Creation's wonder, Calia lush blooming sight, alive and kicking. Sunlight symphony, cherry blossoms sway and hum. Ambretta sings tunes. Kitty token, that's it. Yes, kitty token. Thank you. And so Ash says sigh with two syllables. Huh?
No. She says Calia with two symbols. Calia. I'm pretty sure that's what she's saying.
Well, that's because you're from Alabama, but that means you should be. No, you're not. But that means you should have it like instead of cutting the syllables, you should have like 4 or 5 added to it, Ash. Put in your twang. But so
Put an
then,
R on the end of it, probably. Calia.
well, that's what they do here. So, and then from that, to get the gold ticket, everybody had to take their haiku and then twist them into tanka using the same haiku, which makes it a little more challenging than normal. So these are her tankas. Go for it.
Seasonal greetings. Ripe ambrosia blooms, perfumes from hibernation. Love's fragrance permeates life, awakening all senses. Nature's resilience, anemone arrival, inert soul's rebirth, springing, flowering anew, petals, zephyr dance in joy. Helix intertwines, Bryony vine creeping, touch, twisting tendrils climb, infinite knots entwine hearts, earth's divine design. Creation's wonder, Calia lush blooming sight, alive and kicking. Sun-kissed florals brush the sky, time suspends in blissful haze. Sunlight symphony, cherry blossoms sway and hum. Ambretta sings tunes. The birds coo and the bees buzz, merrily welcoming spring.
So, am I allowed to say that this was my favorite?
Yeah, I kind of like the way you can read, especially with the tanka all together. It reads like as one piece quite nicely.
Hers were my favorite of the group for that reason. She did her little the sharp twist there on the third line, but then her fourth and fifth line come back up and describe that beautifully, gorgeously done. And Kenmani says, Harry, ooh, it sounds so good in your voice. Another Harry voice lover. And Tommy's giving the hearts, and Ash is giving the high fives and hearts. And yeah, this is gorgeous. You're welcome, Kamani.
Yeah, that was nice to read. Thank you.
I
And
really
I
liked.
feel those nature vibes from it as well, completely.
Yes,
It's
I
steeped in nature.
I love the haiku, but I really liked it whenever she twisted it into the tanka, because her two lines for the tanka are just gorgeous for it. And I love the things, like, for example, the one, my favorite of the group is the helix intertwines, Bryony vine creeping, touch, twisting tendrils climb. And then those last two, infinite knots entwine hearts, Earth's divine design. I thought that was really beautiful. What's your favorite
Yeah,
one?
I think I don't. I'm trying to choose between the anemone one and the Ambretta and cherry blossoms one, because I like the last two lines, especially the springing, flowering anew, petals, Zephyr dance in joy. I like
Love
that
the
just because
Zephyr
I
dance.
like the word Zephyr dance. Yeah, the Zephyr dance is cool. But
Yeah.
then I like the simplicity of the final one with the birds coo and the bees buzz, merrily welcoming spring. That's just quite
Yeah.
pleasant, isn't it? It's
And
sweet in its simplicity.
it's the perfect description, because that third line of Ambretta sings tunes, she drops into that perfect description back up,
With the coo.
describing the
Yeah,
movement of that third line. So
yeah.
really, really gorgeously done,
And
Kenmani.
it's all, I mean, it starts off with the sunlight symphony and the dancing of the cherry blossom. It's all, yeah, I think that one's probably my favorite one, the last one.
Yeah.
Just
So,
because the way I think that one ties the whole lot together well and itself as a self-contained thing, I think.
well, I would even go as far as to say, as her entire Tonka set is kind of like a symphony in and of
Hmm.
itself, with all the different movement and stuff. So it's really beautifully done. Ash says it is gorgeous, and it is. So welcome to the society, Kenmani, and thank you so much for us being able to
Yeah,
start your
looking
haiku.
forward
Thank you for
to
doing the Tonka.
see more of your takes on the
The
prompt.
prompts.
It's going to be interesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, it's going to be exciting. Exciting. And then the next one we have is broken underscore blue underscore pin. And he wrote a flowering haiku. And Kenmani says, thank you. Yay. Thank you for having me. Definitely. Oh, well, it's our pleasure, truly. Really.
Hmm.
I'm excited. Kenmani always writes very cool poetry. You never quite know what you're going to get, but it's always I just enjoy Kenmani's poetry. So here we have, I do, broken blue pin, flowering haiku. Anemone wakes, Zephyr's buttercup dances in the morning sun. Ambrosia calls out, cherry blossoms time to dance. Anemone waits. As luck would have it, Bryony's charms have blossomed, alerting the bees. Calia, hidden, shows up in a purple rage, asks to join the dance. Birdsong and bee wing calls Ambretta, come join in, Butterfly's last dance.
Hmm. Nice. I like that last one there. And we've got, this is another, yeah, golden ticket, so we have more tanka.
Oh,
But
wait, that's right. You got a golden ticket, Kenmani.
yes,
Ta-da. Sorry, we forgot to tell you.
golden ticket and the cherry blossom token. No,
That's right. You got the pretty purple kitty cat.
and I think we're gonna see the same thing here for broken blue pen, I believe.
Yes.
So butterfly tryst. Anemone wakes, Zephyr's buttercup dances in the morning sun. Sunrise, wind, flowers. No, let me start that again because I said wind instead of wind. Stupid English language. Anemone wakes, Zephyr's buttercup dances in the morning sun. Sunrise, wind flowers alarm. She reaches for life's splendor. Ambrosia calls out, cherry blossom, time to dance. Anemone waits. Fragrance whispers on the wind. calling pollinators. Come. As luck would have it, Bryony's charms have blossomed, alerting the bees. Fluffy buzz announces them. Royal guest spreading new life. Calia hidden shows up in a purple rage, asks to join the dance. Yes, of course, reach for the sky. Soon your blooms will fill with wind. Birdsong and bee wing calls Ambretta, come join in. Butterfly's last dance. Looping flight but never lost. Rainbow flappy flap dances.
I like that last line.
Yeah, flappy flap. That's a bit of you, that. Flappy
Me,
flap.
Flappy Flap? Say it as it's
Rainbow flappy flap. Rainbow flappy flap. That actually, that whole last line, yeah, definitely. Rainbow flappy
um,
flap dances.
so I guess we can go straight into the tanka. What's your
Yeah,
favorite
I
one?
like that. I mean, this I like because it's basically a story, which is pretty cool. That is made up of haiku and tanka. So it's got a
Yes,
similar to Kanmani's. It's got that you can read it as a single piece kind of thing, or you can read them individually.
but I don't think they're
My
haiku.
favorite. No. Oh, what for
Yeah.
the nature or the fact that they flow too much together? I haven't been counting the syllables. I'm assuming all the syllables are there because otherwise they wouldn't be in.
I could be wrong. I I could be wrong.
But what this is where we have debate, isn't it? Because there's we have our we learned very quickly that we all have our own interpretations of what technically a haiku is.
Yes. But they're beautiful poems, whether they are or are not. Um,
Yeah,
which
I'm
was your
thinking.
favorite?
I think I kind of like the Bryony one or Bryony, however you want to say it, just because of the fluffy buzz announcing them and the royal guest spreading new life, like that kind of
Yes.
the royal jelly reference and the spreading and like honey and just a
That's very
fluffy
pretty.
buzz. I think is a really satisfying image, a fluffy buzz.
Yeah, I like that. And Overlord says, I was drawn to this one from the butterfly's last dance, as some butterflies only live for a day.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I
or the
like
looping flight but never lost. Yeah, yeah, I like
that's
that
the
one.
one, as you might imagine, that I think that's my favorite of all of them. Uh, because of the looping flight but never lost, rainbow flappy flap dances. I think
Hmm.
that's pretty, even though dances and dance, it's the same word. So, but um, still a beautiful image. Gorgeous fall. I'm not doing too
Yeah.
well, am I? But no, I like it. I like it. I think it's I think it's I think it's a really beautiful poem.
Because I think because of the stipulation of the sort of not intentional vagueness of the rules, all of these I think have been judged on their own merits rather than
Yes.
in comparison to one another, which is a
Yes.
little more traditionally how we do it. Is like who fit the criteria the best. This is a more a general judgment than a
Yes.
specific judgment. I think because of the trouble that we had actually agreeing on what the criteria was, just
Which
because we
means
didn't
we're kind
realize
of
we had
not
to be.
yeah, which means we're kind of not even talking about the criteria really, because
Yeah,
and that would probably take more than a that would take us longer too. So um
and this isn't the classroom as well. It would make an interesting classroom if we were to do that. It'd be quite interesting if one day we'd have like a little haiku classroom. But this is more, yeah, looking at people's efforts, and it's more like haiku and tanka inspired pieces
That's a good,
rather than
yes,
like
inspired.
rather than written true to form. It's more like inspiration and people's and seeing people's interpretation of it, and then yeah.
Yes, I think inspired is that's a good word choice. I like that. And Overlord says, yes, absolutely. I just wanted to pick everyone. Yes, Overlord is of the everyone is a winner mindset on this. So everyone that did for the tanka did get a gold ticket. So they got that. Um, and the next is the nature underscore of Ash. But no, we'll do it. Yeah, the next is the nature underscore of Ash. And this is haiku. Shiny blackberries. Life clings to vigorous vine. White Bryony kills. Red anemone. Fingers shock. Not bright crimson. Stranger to namesake. Tender stalk of spring. With wisdom grows to blister. Age brings no comfort. Sunset's pale quiver. Life still clings to the cliffs. Acrophobia. Quivering bashful gives the pollen so freely. Quiet beauty hides. Grape juice warm scented. Calia provocative. Magic ill-gotten.
And then we have tanka straight after. I hear you counting in the background there.
I'm trying to, I don't see all the words. And I'm wondering what Overlord
Oh,
just did. Overlord?
have we got a siren?
Yeah. Overlord?
Oh, what? Quivering bashful gives the pollen so
Calia?
freely. Quiet beauty hides.
I'm looking for the 5 words that have to be used.
Bryony, anemone.
No, it's missing Ambretta and
And ambrosia.
Ambrosia. This is disqualified, Overlord. You picked a disqualified
Ash!
one as the favorite. Ash, dude.
You took your inspiration to another
Overlord,
level and then
dude.
did some haiku just based on the inspiration of the words or something. What's going on, Ash? How did you sneak this one in there? Ash has been bribing the
Ash is always
overlord
so
behind our
perfect with
backs.
the Overlord didn't even check. Oh, dude.
Been spending too much time with me that you're just smashing the rules completely
Wait a minute.
and seeing what
Overlord
happens.
says, no, I may have done the slide wrong. Hold on.
Yep, Casper's on it as well. Disqualified. Oh man. Like
Dude.
Ash's reaction is just oops. I mean, what's 2 words out of 5? That's not bad. That's more than 50% of the words. I mean, I know
Ash, what
that's
a
not
relief.
technically the rule, is it? I think that might be I think that might be bending the rules just a little bit too much. It's just not including some of the words. Did they get
Yeah, they're
thrown
not
in
in
with the
the.
tankas?
No, I just looked. Overlord.
Come on, we're trying. What happened? Where did they go, Ash?
Where did they go, Ash?
Were they there before? They just fell out. Is that what those little dots are all over the place? Missing words. Uh-oh. Well, I think we'll probably
Well,
have to move on to the next one, while this is
well,
deliberated
this
on.
is Overlord says, oh crap, all other back and forth we did yesterday, Ash, to repair the tanka syllables, you lost a word. Ash bloomed and seeded. Oh, didn't just lose one word, Overlord, unless you didn't put them all in. There's multiple words lost here. So I think on that note,
Oh dear.
This, I don't know what to do, Overlord. You picked a favorite that doesn't even qualify to be in the prompts. So I'm at a perplexiplex right now. Because according to our
Ash is chilling in the
Ash
chat.
is
It's
cool.
like, yeah, just move it along.
Because according to our society rules, Overlord, this wouldn't even get posted. So we apologize, and I think though, because it's our mistake, it's got to be read, because we should not have picked it as a favorite and did that. That is our mistake. So go ahead and read it.
Okay.
Read the tanka.
Shiny black berries. Life clings to vigorous vine. White Bryony kills. Wisps spread hungry and heartless. Sacrificial molecules. Red anemone. Fingers shock, not bright crimson. Stranger to namesake. Monica amphibious. Dancing currents, land and sea. Tender stalk of spring, with wisdom grows to blister. Age brings no comfort. Burr's disposition sharpens. Seeds soulless and bloodthirsty. Sunset's pale quiver. Life still clinging to the cliffs. Acrophobia. Laterally tenacious. Surviving deep in the hold.
One more.
Quivering bashful gives the pollen so freely. Quiet beauty hides. Porcelain cherry blossom, pale to bloody striations. Grape juice, pale to bloody
Striations.
striations. Yes, that's what I said. Grape juice, warm scented. Calia provocative. Magic ill-gotten. Distant vineyards are jealous. Tannin spells thick in the breeze.
Like Ash says, striations. Do you know what a striation is?
Nope.
Like a stripe. Like, do you know what jasper is?
No.
Do you know what a rock is that has different lines of
Do you know
different
what
colors?
rock is? I'm just gonna ring it right down to basics.
Yeah. Well, cherry blossoms, they're pale and then they get darker and then they have the red, almost red, deep, deep pink striations running through.
Okay, yes, I understand what you're saying.
And Tommy's given hearts, and Overlord says, was so late last night, I messed it up. It was correct originally, and before it was changed, I didn't realize I didn't check it again. And Ash says, noon through the crap in the trade. Stringy appearance like striated muscles. Yes, but this is beautiful, even though it's disqualified. I love the use
secret
of
correct version somewhere.
Yeah, I like the wisp spread hungry and heartless sacrificial molecules. I've never heard a sacrificial molecule. I like that.
Yeah, I think I like distant vineyards are jealous. Tannin spells thick in the breeze.
I do like the use of tannins, especially since all different flowers have their own tannins and different plants have their own tannins. So I do like that too. And the thick, because some tannins are much thicker.
Yeah, tannin spells thick in the breeze. That's just quite
That's really
nice. Nice to say. Spells thick. Spells thick.
Ash says medicinal at used of its root. It's molecular. Yes. But
it's wrong. Sorry.
this is a very beautiful poem, Ash.
Yeah, we like it.
We do.
It's I like how it's a complete. The word, I just had the correct word in my mouth, and I have to say something like variation. But how it compares to the last two pieces, they're all flowy. This one's got a more sort of abruptness to it.
Yes. Yes. And on that note, everybody get ready for your secret prompt. This is what you're going to have to use in the poem that is due to us by 3 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. You must use the line, ebon bafflement descended from the sun-bleached sky. It must be used in a complete line. You cannot divide it up. It cannot be the title. If you use it as the title, it must also be in the poem. So ebon bafflement descended from the sun-bleached sky. And there's going to be one more prompt that you'll need to know before you can start writing to it. So don't start writing to it yet, please. And Overlord says, it's a beautiful poem, and when you rework the syllables, you lost the prompt words, and I was happy with the count, and I didn't notice it. They apologize, Ash. So one final time, ebon bafflement descended from the sun-bleached sky. The Overlord will write it. There you go. And so that is the line you must use. You want to use your secret person talk?
What, and say the line again?
The
line is, ebon bafflement descended from the sun-bleached sky.
Thank you.
Well.
And next, we have Hob the Poet.
Look at my little kitty holding a blossom there.
Isn't it a pretty little blossom? Your kitty gets to hold all sorts of things. Lucky kitty.
Because otherwise they look like a kitty zombie that's wandering towards, or just waiting for that hug that he never gets.
And this is 6 flowers. Soft tendrils reach out, deep anemone waving. Gentle touch stings life. Topiary cuts, summer melts melancholy. Ambrosia salad. Wild winters perish. Slowly brave Bryony creeps. Leaves glow in green light. Southbound evergreen. Sweet purple Calia springs. Red dead horizon. Face toward sunshine. Enigmatic Ambretta. Chrysalis opens. Cherry blossom lilts. Unwelcome roots rot in earth. Rain hails loveless cold.
And my 6 flowers tanka. Soft tendrils reach out, deep anemone waving. Gentle touch stings life. Covert coral captures prey. Shallow waters pull away. Topiary cut. Summer melts melancholy. Ambrosia salad. Memories of cold snow flake. Empty chest echoes heartbreak. Wild winters perish. Slowly brave Bryony creeps. Leaves glow in green light. Butterflies and moths excite. Petals provide brief respite. Southbound evergreen, sweet purple Calia springs. Red dead horizon. No playing games with nature. Unmatched is the creator.
You changed
Well
these,
done,
didn't
me.
you?
I had
Well
to
done,
change
yeah.
one because I used the wrong flower. I wrote down Ambretta as Ambrette because when I scribbled them down as you were reading them out, it looks like an E at the end of Ambretta. So,
Yeah.
and that is also a flower. So instead of checking with anyone, I just wrote a haiku and tanka with Ambretta.
Right.
And I
And
couldn't just adjust it with the flower because it was based on on the actual flower. So I just had to write a new one.
that makes sense. And Ken Monty says, amazing poem. Love the imagery. And Tommy says, lovely writing. And it is. It's
Thank you.
beautiful. I like your wordplay playing in with the video games and the movies. And
Yes, I think
you
I like the
you
fact that
you
that may have
word
been
played
missed
it
by
in.
some people because it was quite vague. I mean, the
Yes.
Red Dead Horizon is quite a specific reference. If you know
Yeah, that
anything
wasn't very
about
vague.
video games, that's
Yes.
not so subtle. But I personally like the Edward Scissorhands one because I know
Yes. The
the
topiary
reference would have
cut.
been missed.
Summer melts melancholy. Ambrosia salad. Memories of cold snow flake. Empty chest echoes heartbreak. Very. I mean,
Because
it
he doesn't
could be,
have a
but it
heart.
does. I know, poor guy. But yeah, that would be
I
my
like that.
favorite too,
I
just because
like
I
that
like him.
one the best, just because for me, because I know the movie so well, it it conjures that movie. You know, it flashes all of those key scenes that I referenced in. Yeah. So yeah, well done me. Gold ticket. You know, I passed every single, just absolutely smashed it on that one. So no autographs, please.
You did amazing. And next,
And I mean, it was really pushing it. I think it was very controversial to be using rhymes in there. I think that was probably the most controversial thing out of
yes,
the
that
way
would
I
have
did
been.
it, if you're looking at technicalities. But but
Oh,
I liked it because for me, I liked the idea that they would feature that they would be haiku or senru, depending on how you want to look at it. But that form, they would also be tanka, or they could be haiku, and like the last two lines would function as couplets as well on their own. So that was my thinking. I was quite satisfied that it was kind of three forms in one, but they could all function
kind of,
separate.
kind of,
Kind of, yeah. That was the
kind
idea
of.
behind it.
Yeah. And Ash says, high five. Yes, you kind of did that. So it was great. And I like Edward Scissorhands, so I'm going to go with that one. Um, and next is Nashavella, who wrote a haiku bouquet.
Moving swiftly on.
Wild anemone, alluring petals flutter, bathing in the spring. Ambrosia blossoms, your yellow pollen powders, everything perceived. Green veined Bryony, luck and happiness you bring, masking death beneath. Sensual Calia blooms, beautiful summer trumpets, just spadix and spade. Dancing in the rain, rosette cherry blossom, soft gossamer wings, seductively sweet. Ambretta ends the summer, pincushion flower.
And I don't get to read tanka because Leslie didn't write any tanka, but they were really
Yes.
nice.
So what is her
Haiku
favorite?
bouquet.
What is her favorite um, stanza for you?
What is my favorite? I couldn't tell
Mhm.
you her favorite.
What is your favorite of hers?
I think maybe the last one, the seductively sweet Ambretta ends the summer. Pincushion flower. I like that pincushion flower.
That's
I
pretty. I
was
think
going to
I
go for just spadix and spades because I don't know what it means, but they're nice looking words. But I think I like that rounding off. The simplicity again. I went for that last one. Is nice and simple.
I think
But
they're part of the flat plant. And Tommy says beautiful. And I think I like the first one. Wild anemone, alluring petals flutter, bathing in the spring. It's my favorite, I think.
they've all got a nice kind of simplicity to them. Actually,
They're very pretty. Yes.
just comparing because often Leslie has a lot of not complex but very interesting and flowery language that she uses. And this is, yeah.
They do. And so now for your remaining rules for the prompt. You must use the line that we gave. It must be in at 3 p.m. tomorrow. And it must be, if you're going for the regular prompt, you need to have 20 plus lines of poetry, prose, or under 3K if you're doing a short story. You must use the full line inside the poem. Do not break it up. Using it as a title does not count. You must use it in the poem as well. Minimum 3 words per line to qualify as a line. So if you can use 1 word and 2 word lines, but they won't count towards your line count. That's for your basics. Now, to get, we didn't do the other. So these are all getting wrapped up. We forgot to do that one thing. So to get the gold ticket, you have to write a second poem that uses the solar eclipse as a metaphor for the darkening of human civilization or humanity throughout history. It can be historical or based upon current events, and it needs to be 12 lines or longer. What was
Casper,
the
you should
line?
be able to. Casper, you should just be able to scroll up the chat there, and you'll find it.
Yes. And then, because we missed putting it in, if you are wanting to get your pretty purr kitty token, which is the Eclipse Claw one that's on the site right now, you have to use the words penumbra, Penumbra, and obliteration, Obliteration, in at least one of your poems. Do not put it in your caption. Do not point out that you're using them. This is a secret thing that only people who pay attention get to do. Repeat the golden ticket part in case anyone wants to hear it again. To get the golden ticket, you must write a second poem that uses the solar eclipse as a metaphor for the darkening of human civilizations or humanity throughout history. It can be historical or based upon current events, 12 plus lines. And if you want the kitty token, you must add the words penumbra and obliteration to one of your poems.
Trust me, it's a lot simpler when you see it written down.
It is. It is.
It sounded like a lot coming out, but it is a lot simpler than it sounds.
And don't
Because
put
you
what
don't
the
have
prompt.
to do all of the extra stuff. You can just,
Yeah, you can't
you
just write
don't
a
have to
poem
do it.
to the line. Write a 20 plus poem to the line, and you're good. If that's all you want to do. This other is for extra stuff. And don't put the lines. Don't put the lines in the chat room or in your caption. Just put your poem and say, for the Society of Secretly Perfect Poets, and shh. You can say it's for a prompt, but don't put what the prompt actually is, please.
Sparkle, sparkle. I tend to
Sparkle,
just put the
sparkles.
the sparkle next to on my caption,
Yes.
just as a little hint. And then once they've been read out and the prompt is revealed, you can full on explain why you wrote it and stuff after
Yes.
the reveal.
And Overlord, will you add the words penumbra and obliteration to the chat room, please? Just so they can see how to spell them.
And that's how you bag your kitty NFT. I won't call it again.
Thank you. I don't see how. I don't know what you're talking about, Casper.
One labeled with a flower. Is there anything labeled with a flower at the end? I'm trying to
No,
scroll
I
up the
have
chat
no
now.
idea.
No, that's just a reference to those are the one with the blossom at the end is the prompts that we're reading about today. The prompts that were written that we're reading out today. That has the cherry blossom
I
emoji
forwarded
on
it
the end.
to you, Overlord. We
Unless
come in so
Casper's-
prepared.
unless Casper's got a delay there and hasn't seen the line. It is just that one line today. That one line today with the few extras, if you want to do them.
Yes, the flowers were all from last.
No, it's just that one line, Casper. So you
I
shouldn't.
don't think
If you've
he
got
got
that
the
one line,
line.
but it's just gone back up though, isn't it? Didn't Overlord just post it again? Oh no. Oh, so
No,
you might
because
just have to go even.
you'll have to go
even
either
further up the
scroll
chat.
up or watch the video again. Because it is in the video. The video will remain live this entire time for anyone to see it. And like Harry said, it is in the chat. So it can be scrolled up. But I would say that's the end of this one.
That's the top 5. Yours
That
truly
is,
and my
well,
fellow winners. Well, and that
yes,
actually no, it wasn't my fellow winners. There was a fellow. I mean, there was a disqualified member in there as well.
it is. So
Also,
I guess
we
we cannot say you're the top 5 favorite and then go, oh no, you're disqualified, because that's on
that's
us.
true. Yes, that's true. So you were
I
all winners.
believe
Well
in
done, us.
owning our own mistakes. Yes. So Ash, you might get to be the only kitty in the society, at least until next week, who makes it into the top 5 favorite on a disqualification.
Now that is a challenge. I had an opportunity to do that once a while ago, but I felt too bad and owned up to it. I think it was like a line count or something, or maybe I can't remember what it was. Maybe pluralizing a word or something, but it was something that you guys hadn't noticed that I pointed out in one of the earlier prompts.
Yes, probably.
Damn it! Now Ash has the title of being able to sneak
Ash
in with
does.
an illegal poem.
Ash got it. Did you just predict I would do it again? Maybe. I was making a
challenge
joke.
now.
But possibly. Are we taking bets?
Nope.
Nope. But on that note, thank everybody for coming, and we will be reading the rest of the haiku-ish, tanka-ish poems tomorrow. After
Thank you everybody for coming.
Yes, and they
thank
were
you everyone
gorgeous
for
poems.
writing.
Beautiful poems. Thank you all for writing, and we will be back in a few minutes with the "What Does the Universe Dream of" poems. Enjoy your silk, Overlord, and everybody else. May your paws stay inky, and we hope to see you in a few minutes. See you in a bit, Harry.
Bye-bye.
Oh, wait. Oops. So, because the
I'm sorry. Another 20 minutes of explanation. Sorry.
No, the chat, they told me I can't immediately go because the chat room is often lagging. So I'm not
That's
allowed.
True, actually. You cut off on the last one that I saw.
Yes, so I'm supposed to go read. You want to read it this time? This is our outro. Our outro is the society poem. Where do I send it to? Instagram or WhatsApp?
WhatsApp.
I can't do that on my computer. It won't let me.
Well, why ask?
I don't know. I didn't know. So we are the voices beyond the din. We are the cats who will always win. We are the poets of imagination, creativity, and meow, scratching alphabetical dexterity. We search for clues and hunt for treats. We base our prose on instinctual beats. We keep a sharp eye towards various causes. We attract certain types of poetic pauses. We have a propensity for finding the fun when not being studiously serious with puns. We are the voices above the fray. We're the safe space for those with something to say.